Year 2, week 6 of putting my Fiddle Leaf Fig outside. It's a balmy 60 degrees, but the show must go on. Over the past month, I've been giving you a week-to-week update of what it looks like when I put my Fiddle Leaf Fig outdoors. The goal is by putting it outside, it's going to grow more vigorously and more quickly. So in this week 6 update, let's take a look to see what we have. Before I flip the camera around to give you a week 6 update, if you want to follow along on this journey, please be sure to subscribe to the channel as we march closer to 1.2 thousand subscribers. Now, let's get into what my week 6 update looks like of my Fiddle Leaf Figs. Per usual, we're starting off with Fiddle Leaf Fig number 1. Let's start off at the top here and you'll see still nothing. I'm not too sure whether or not this tip is dead or not, but I'm hoping that it's still alive because I do want to have a continuation of this branch just to go further up and up and up. If it does end up just really not being alive, that's okay, because I do think that I can get some nodal growth or some growth along the nodes, because it does look like I have some swelling here, which is right there, which is great. But moving further down, you'll see that I do have an amazing 2 leaves that have fully popped out. This leaf, of course, is going to get bigger. This leaf is going to get there as well. We talked about it before about what the cause is of this of these red spots here, and that's really edema and it's uneven watering. It's going to be fine. I know it's going to be fine. As the leaves get bigger, as they get darker, these spots will all virtually disappear. So I'm not concerned about that. Wrapping around, again, boom, another 2 leaves, which look excellent. And then coming around again, we have 3 leaves here. We have 1 leaf that's new, 2 leaves that are new, 3 leaves that are new. And then coming down here, we have another 3 leaves. 1, 2, 3. So that puts us at 3, 6, that's 8, that's 10. So just on this one tree alone, I so far have 10 new leaves that have grown in a matter of 6 weeks. So that is absolutely amazing. Switching around to Fiddle Leaf number 2. Remember, that's Fiddle Leaf number 1. This is Fiddle Leaf Fig number 2. You can already tell that I do have new leaves that have grown. We have 3, and it looks like we're going to have a 4th that's going to pop out soon, hopefully. Another 2 leaves right here. Excellent. 1 leaf. 3 leaves, 1, 2, and 3. Swinging around, we have a leaf right there, another leaf right here, and then we have 2 leaves right there. So that puts us at, let's see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12. So I have 12 leaves on this Fiddle Leaf Fig as well in a matter of 6 weeks just by putting it outside. If you like videos like this and want to continue to see more videos about houseplant tips and tricks, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's totally free and would mean a lot. Thank you so much. Now let's get back to the year 2, week 6 update. Now here's the tricky part. I have these Fiddle Leaf Figs outdoors, and like I said, it's a balmy 60 degrees outside, and it's probably going to be even colder tomorrow. So the question is, what am I going to do with these particular Fiddle Leaf Figs? Do I bring them outside to protect or to shield them from the cold outdoor temperatures, or do I keep them outside and just let it be? I'm actually going to keep these Fiddle Leaf Fig outdoors, and the reason why is because I do know from experience, and when I previously put these outdoors in year 2, that 60 degrees really isn't going to harm these particular trees. The reason is because it's not going to be, yet anyway, an extreme shock to the system. It was probably about mid-70s before it eventually reached the 60-degree temperature, so it's not going to be too shocking to the system of the Fiddle Leaf Fig. The second reason why I'm going to keep these outdoors is because even though the temperatures might be declining or might have temporarily declined, I'm still going to get amazing sun rays. And with those amazing sun rays, it's just going to help these fiddle leaf figs grow even more quickly. The last thing that I want to do is completely shock the system, and putting these fiddle leaf fig out indoors actually will do just that. It will do more harm than good. So in the 60s, these things are going to be absolutely just fine. In fact, when you have temperatures that aren't too extreme, your fiddle leaf fig is actually going to hopefully push out more growth, and that's because it's not going to go into that pseudo dormancy that I mentioned before, where when temperatures get very, very hot, your fiddle leaf fig or really any kind of tree begins to slow down, and it is basically trying to protect itself and really conserve as much energy as possible, because it doesn't think that the temperatures are going to be in a, or it doesn't think that it's going to be in a environment that's conducive to growth. So keeping it outside, it's going to be fine. As I switch over to fiddle leaf fig number 2, one thing that I do want to call out and be mindful of is the fact that my soil is still wet. And the reason why it's wet is because of the fact that these temperatures that I've mentioned before are pretty low. And also the wind has really been chilling out over the past few days. And a combination of not only the low temperatures, but also the less frequent wind, as well as the fact that I've been getting a lot of rain lately, has caused these root balls, both in fiddle leaf fig number 2 and fiddle leaf fig number 1, to remain wet for a longer than ideal period of time. What I'm going to make sure that I do is I'm going to make sure that I continue to monitor the fact that I might get more rain before it becomes fully sunny again. And if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to just take a cone and put it over the root ball to really shield the root ball from getting too wet before the fiddle leaf fig can use the water that's currently in here as well. Another reason why I want to do that is because I want to make sure that, again, I've fed the fiddle leaf fig, but I want to make sure that by feeding the fiddle leaf fig, all of that food that I've given it isn't going to waste. If you feed your fiddle leaf fig and then you continue to water after feeding it, you're really going to just wash away all those nutrients that are existing in that wet root ball for your roots to use. And then you're essentially going to have a fiddle leaf fig that's just drinking water as opposed to drinking fertilizer or nutrient rich water. That's my year 2, week 6 update of putting my fiddle leaf fig outdoors. Let me know down in the comment section whether or not you would do the same thing, whether or not you're brave enough to put your fiddle leaf fig or really any houseplant outdoors when you're in a 60-degree environment. I would love to hear some of the comments and some of the suggestions that you have while I continue to experiment with my fiddle leaf figs behind me. Thank you so much again for watching. My name is Brad, and I'll see you on the next one.